Let's rewind to the beginning, before Batman, before the Oscars. When Ben Affleck was just a kid from Cambridge, Massachusetts, he grew up in a creative, hardworking family. His mom was a school teacher, his dad wore many hats, and his younger brother Casey would also become an actor. Ben's neighborhood was full of artists, fueling his imagination from the start. But the real twist? His childhood best friend was Matt Damon, just a couple streets away. They met as kids, bonded over Dungeons and Dragons, and shared the same dream, to become actors. Together, they'd take the train to New York for auditions, supporting each other every step of the way. Ben wasn't born into Hollywood. He was just a regular kid with big dreams and a best friend who shared them. The streets of Cambridge were his first stage, and his family and friends were his first audience. That passion and drive, it started long before the red carpets. It's proof that even the biggest stars can come from the most ordinary places. Ben's story began with imagination, friendship, and a relentless pursuit of something bigger. He wasn't handed fame, he earned it, one dream at a time. And it all started in Boston, with a kid who just wanted to tell stories. Sometimes the best beginnings are the simplest ones, and Ben Affleck's was just getting started. Ben and Matt had the dream, but Hollywood doesn't hand out stardom overnight. Ben's first gig? A Burger King commercial. Imagine Batman selling burgers. Then came The Voyage of the Mimi, a PBS Kids show, and a string of small roles in TV movies and films like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Dazed and Confused. He played the paddle-wielding Fred O'Banion, memorable, if not exactly likable. Ben hustled for every part, slowly building a reputation. His big break came with director Kevin Smith, starring in cult classics like Mallrats and Chasing Amy. Chasing Amy proved Ben could be a leading man, funny, serious, and romantic. But even with these roles, Ben and Matt were still struggling, sharing a cramped apartment and barely scraping by. They knew they had more to offer, so they decided to write their own story. Instead of waiting for the perfect script, they created it themselves. That decision would change everything, not just for them, but for Hollywood. It was a leap of faith fueled by frustration and ambition. Two friends, one dream, and a script that would put them on the map. Sometimes, you have to make your own luck. And that's exactly what Ben and Matt did. Their journey was just heating up. The world was about to find out what these two Boston kids could do. The next chapter? Legendary. Stay tuned. Here's where the Hollywood dream comes true. Ben and Matt, tired of waiting for their big break, wrote Good Will Hunting, a story about a genius janitor from Boston, inspired by their own lives and friendship. Studios wanted the script, but only if big stars played the leads. Ben and Matt refused. They wrote it for themselves. It was a huge gamble, but they stood their ground. Then Robin Williams signed on, and suddenly, Hollywood was all in. Good Will Hunting hit theaters in 1997 and became a sensation. Funny, moving, and unforgettable. The Oscars came calling, and Ben and Matt won Best Original Screenplay. Two best friends from Boston, now Academy Award winners. Their leap of faith paid off, big time. They weren't just actors anymore. They were storytellers who changed the game. It's the kind of moment you dream about, and they made it real. From late-night rewrites to Oscar gold, they proved that believing in yourself can change everything. Ben Affleck's Hollywood journey had officially begun. Sometimes betting on yourself is the best move you can make. And for Ben and Matt, it was just the beginning. The world was watching, and they were ready for more. That's how legends are made. And Ben Affleck was just getting started. After Good Will Hunting, Ben Affleck became a household name. Hollywood offered him the lead in blockbusters. He was no longer just the writer, but the star. His first major hit? Armageddon, where he played A.J. Frost, saving the world alongside Bruce Willis. The movie was a box office smash, and Ben became a bona fide action hero. He followed it up with Pearl Harbor, playing a fighter pilot in a sweeping World War II epic. These films made him one of the most bankable stars in the world. He was everywhere, on magazine covers, movie posters, and in the hearts of fans. Ben took on action, romance, and even superhero roles like Daredevil and Jack Ryan in The Sum of All Fears. It was a whirlwind of fame, fortune, and non-stop work. The kid from Boston was now a global superstar, but with the spotlight came new challenges and new opportunities. Ben was living the dream he and Matt had imagined in their tiny apartment. He'd reached the top of the Hollywood mountain, but Ben Affleck wasn't done climbing. Bigger risks and bigger rewards were just ahead. The next act? Reinvention. At the height of his fame, Ben Affleck made a bold move. He stepped behind the camera. His directorial debut, Gone Baby Gone, stunned critics and proved he was more than just a movie star. He followed up with The Town, directing and starring in another Boston crime thriller. But his masterpiece was Argo, a tense, true-life rescue story that had everyone on the edge of their seats. Argo became a Hollywood sensation, winning Best Picture at the Oscars. Ben, now a two-time Academy Award winner, gave a moving speech about resilience and second chances. He'd reinvented himself as one of Hollywood's most respected directors. Ben's storytelling skills shone behind the camera, earning him critical acclaim and industry respect. He proved that reinvention isn't just possible, it's powerful. From indie darling to blockbuster star to Oscar-winning director, Ben's journey was all about growth. He turned setbacks into comebacks and challenges into triumphs. The kid from Boston was now a Hollywood heavyweight, on both sides of the camera, and he was just getting started. Ben Affleck's story is proof that you can always write a new chapter, and his best work was still to come. Stay tuned. Fame brought Ben Affleck into the spotlight, and sometimes into the tabloids. His relationships, especially with Jennifer Lopez and Jennifer Garner, were headline news. He faced intense media scrutiny, but also found joy in fatherhood and family. Ben's journey wasn't always smooth. He's been open about his struggles with addiction and recovery. His honesty inspired many, showing that even stars face real-life challenges. Through ups and downs, Ben focused on being a great dad and working on himself. In a twist worthy of a movie, he reunited with Jennifer Lopez, proving that life can offer second chances. Ben's resilience and vulnerability made his story relatable and inspiring. He turned setbacks into comebacks, both personally and professionally. His journey is about more than fame. It's about growth, redemption, and never giving up. Ben Affleck's real-life story is as compelling as any film he's made, and through it all, he's kept moving forward. That's the mark of a true star, and Ben's story isn't over yet. Time for some fun facts about Ben Affleck. He's fluent in Spanish thanks to a year spent in Mexico as a teen. He's a die-hard Boston sports fan. He even refused to wear a Yankees hat for a movie role. Ben's also a serious poker player, winning the California State Poker Championship in 2004. He's got skills at the card table and has played against the pros. His friendship with Matt Damon runs deep. They once shared a bank account to fund auditions. That level of trust and teamwork is rare in Hollywood. Ben's life is full of surprises. Actor, director, poker champ, and loyal friend. He's always stayed true to his roots, no matter how big the spotlight. It's the little things that make Ben Affleck even more interesting. From speaking Spanish to cheering for the Red Sox, he's never forgotten where he came from, and that's part of what makes him so relatable. Ben Affleck, full of talent, surprises, and heart. Now you know. Ben Affleck is in the midst of a career renaissance. After playing Batman, he's focused on roles that showcase his depth as an actor. In The Way Back, he delivered a raw, personal performance as a coach battling addiction. He reunited with Matt Damon to co-write The Last Duel, their first script together since Good Will Hunting. Ben also directed and starred in Air, the story of Nike signing Michael Jordan, again teaming up with Matt Damon. The film was a hit, proving Ben's magic behind the camera is as strong as ever. He's found a balance between acting, directing, and telling meaningful stories. Ben's journey is a testament to perseverance and reinvention. From teen actor to Oscar winner, he's never stopped evolving. He's faced setbacks, but always comes back stronger. The next chapter is still being written, and we can't wait to see what's next. Ben Affleck's story is far from over, and we're lucky to watch it unfold. That's the incredible story of Ben Affleck, from Boston kid to Hollywood legend. He's a writer, actor, director, producer, and dad, proving you can reinvent yourself again and again. His journey is about friendship, ambition, resilience, and the power of never giving up. Ben's story isn't a perfect fairy tale, but it's real, inspiring, and full of hope. He stayed relevant by challenging himself and staying true to his passion. Whether in front of the camera or behind it, Ben Affleck always delivers something special. His story reminds us that with talent, hard work, and a little Boston grit, anything is possible. Thanks for joining this deep dive into Ben Affleck's life. If you enjoyed it, hit like, leave a comment with your favorite Ben Affleck movie, and subscribe for more. See you next time.